everybody to Body Remastered. My name is Jason Davies, here with another video on how to help you remaster your body to build, strengthen and tone your muscles. If you don't know already, please check out bodyremastered.com and check out all the resources we've got. We've got some great materials every day and information to help you remaster your body. Today's video is all about the fact that if you can't go to the gym for whatever reason, you can still successfully get the results that you deserve when it comes to building, strengthening or toning your muscles. And it can really actually be an opportunity. Now, unfortunately, sometimes going to the gym is like a cult, where you know many other people that go to the gym and you feel like you need to go to the gym because it's the right thing to do, etc. But actually, sometimes you can end up building what you call gym guilt, and you sometimes just go for the sake of going. And you realise sometimes you've got a membership, you're still paying for it and you're not really getting any value. And I'm here to say in this video that actually being a member of a gym, although you can certainly achieve your results, does not mean you can't get to the body you desire or build or strengthen the way in which you want. In fact, that perceived limitation of not being able to go to the gym or not want to go to the gym can actually be a real opportunity. I want to discuss that in this video. Okay, let's delve straight into it. The first reason it's an opportunity is that you're in control. We discuss this all the time at Body Remastered. The number one reason that people are unsuccessful in building a strong and toned muscle physique is lack of consistency. And it really is the holy grail from Body Remastered's perspective on successfully achieving the right results. You can have all the ambitions you want. If you can't stand the test of time, it just won't happen, and that's so important. Now, of course, if you're performing at home, in essence, you have full autonomy of when, how, and where to train, and really forced to educate yourself on new ways of training and different methods, which sometimes you forget or it becomes too mundane in a gym. So of course, depending on your goals, you don't even actually need very much equipment at all to really get to a good physique. And of course, as you advance, you may move on to different weights, etc., where you might want more complex equipment. But actually, there's so much you can achieve before you even need any equipment, and that's sometimes laying the foundations. We can think about calisthenics and body weight exercises. This is so crucial, and we talk about that in Body Remastered all the time. So that's number one piece. And of course, if you're at home, you've got your own space potentially, and even if you haven't, you can potentially work out in a park, or find some space in a friend's garden, etc. And you can very limited equipment. When I first begun my fitness journey, I had very limited equipment, and I concentrated on calisthenics as much as I could, but not as much as I could have. And I learned from that, and I'll explain that. But limited equipment, and I started purchasing some really basic, on the budget equipment, and began to build some of the foundations within my body. And that process then motivated me to work forward. And that limited amount of equipment still serves me today, 15 years later. Doesn't quite look the same, a bit rusty because I've left all the gear outside in my garden, but it serves the purpose and it delivers what it needs to. So please don't be put off by these magnificent gyms with really complex equipment and etc. etc. You can really achieve very high results from basic equipment. You just need to have really good intelligent training programs and some hopefully good resources which you'll be getting from Body Remastered for sure, and we can help you with that. And of course, your mental state is so critical. It sometimes decides whether or not you're going to do a workout in any one day. And being in your own environment, perceived at your own time, really suitable for your own time. You can wear what you want, listen to what you want, as loud as you want, is great. And don't get me wrong, you can certainly sometimes have, there are advantages in the gym where you can potentially train with other people, but that independence can really help sometimes, especially when you're starting off. To do it, and you're in comfy clothes, and it really does help. And if nothing more, you don't have to travel to any gym, and sometimes they can be quite a long way away and sometimes you can be quite knackered and fatigued, mentally fatigued, because driving or travelling by public transport is fatiguing in itself, and it can sometimes not put you in the right framework to work out, and that's important. So you don't need to travel, and certainly you can use your home as your workout sanctuary. The last point on you're in control is the fact that obviously you'll be better with your finances, and that's always important. Finance is important. All the monthly bills add up, as you know. If they don't, they probably will soon. So it doesn't cost anything apart from a little bit of initial investment, potentially in buying some basic equipment. But as I said, you don't have to start off with much, believe me. So that's a small investment to make, but it will last a long time, and you'll get some great results from it. Okay, so let's look at the next one, and that's the limitations of a gym and trying to overcome some of those. Again, another reason to potentially not necessarily even go to the gym. And I've experienced this a lot, and I'm sure some of you have also experienced this. I'd love to hear some of the comments as well down below in terms of what your experience at the gym, and if you've experienced some of this as well. The first one is the problem of kind of social engineering issue that a gym can create, intentionally or non-intentionally. And that is, yes, you can go with your friends and your mates, etc., and get that boost of motivation. But actually, it's important that you follow a training regime, and your rest periods and your specific exercises are specific to you, and that's why you're trying to move out of plateaus or get to a better place. And that's very individual. And unfortunately, unless you own a gym completely to yourself, and if you do, that's fantastic. But I imagine the majority of you don't, and nor do I. You need to be able to go into a gym and have that freedom and you're at your own pace to go from one machine to the next, or one free weight area to the next, without being interrupted. And it's very difficult to do. I'm sure you've already experienced that, and it can really put you off your game plan. All you need is somebody to come over and ask you, is this your last set, etc. It puts you off. It certainly puts me off sometimes, and it's for good reasons. I mean, we all want to move on to our next set, etc. But that's one big problem with a gym environment, and it's not what you get in your home. You can work at your own pace. And you can understand, am I right? Am I putting the right rest time in there? And it's a factor you don't even need to worry about. The other piece of this as well is, and it's a compounded effect based on what I just said, is that many gyms, because of our daily lives, we're also busy, and Body Masters wants to focus on how we can help busy people achieve to strengthen, tone, and build muscle. And that's the fact you're forced in some ways to go during peak times. It's just the way it is, and by not going peak times, i.e. working out at home instead of the gym, you're not only saving money, but you're saving the potential chance of that issue of overcrowding. And I hate an overcrowded gym, not just from a muscle perspective, but from any perspective. Apart from the fact it's great to see everybody taking control of their fitness, it's not something you want to see. And you see it many times, particularly Monday, and as the week goes on, less and less people are within the gym. That process of having an overcrowded gym really doesn't help you plan your workout in any way, so it can be a real barrier. The second part to this is really important, because I know there's loads of people that have this issue, is what I would call social awkwardness to a gym, particularly if you're new to gym. And it might not even the fact you're new to the gym, it could be the fact that you're trying to delve into new exercises. Let's say, for example, you want to really build your strength in a particular body part, let's say the chest, and you want to try this week, you want to try in the gym a new weight or a new machine you never tried, or maybe you're always working on the machines but you never go to the free weight section, and today you want to pluck the courage to do that. But it can be difficult. It can be difficult because whether people are watching you or not, you can sometimes feel that social intimidation within the gym, especially for beginners as well. So again, that's why sometimes it can be useful to build a home gym environment. That's the best way you can, so you know the basics, and then you feel more confident in moving through some of those plateaus or trying out some of the more creative ideas and training. Again, something that does affect a lot of people, and it takes a little bit of an art to try and just focus on yourself in a gym, because obviously there are people around you. Now my last main reason sometimes home working out is the way to go is the fact that you're leading by example. Because sometimes life just gets in the way, and there's no better example than that than the coronavirus-19, the multiple lockdowns that we've had in the UK and how it's affected the whole globe. But sometimes life throws a curveball, really serious curveballs that it could be even direct to you or indirectly to your family or friends, etc. And things like going to the gym or any subscription to the gym, probably in most cases going to be the last thing you're thinking about. But that doesn't matter. Sometimes when life does throw a curveball, you just got to go back to the basics, and that's healthy from a mental perspective as well. When such things can happen, but having a home working environment can really be a stress buster for you, no doubt, despite what you're going through. And of course, depending on how serious it is, you can go back to the basics, and that could be just starting off. It doesn't matter where you were, but it could be just starting off with taking a 20-minute walk, fast-paced walk every day to clear the air and get better. And if you're fortunate to have a family, friends, children, or anything like that, then there's no better strength to show that during a setback you're willing to still stay fit and healthy. And the very process of being able to inspire your nearest and dearest can really pass on some excellent traits and gives everybody the opportunity to stay fit and healthy. Obviously your family, especially if you live with them, will notice that you're working out at home, as long as you're not getting in their way. And the fact is that you will inspire them indirectly, and you'll pass on those excellent traits. And it could be as simple or basic workouts, but every step gets you closer to that vision and that target, despite any setback. So if you haven't, make that positive step today. Don't let the inability to go to the gym stop you from remastering your body. So I can tell you now, it certainly didn't stop me. You can make excellent achievements. You don't need any particular gym. You can certainly do it on a budget, and I implore you to do that if that is a particular concern of yours. So that wraps up this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Again, please support us by liking us, subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't yet. We've got so much more materials and videos to come. And log into Remastered Unlocked and check out all the materials we have on balance, motivation and knowledge. And of course we've got a freebie for new subscribers, so check that out, and we could send you constant resources to help you remaster your body. See you again soon.